Hello, hello, hello. This is Tony McGravlin coming to you from Chicago, as usual, where the Wi-Fi usually works, but not always. Not always. I'm back, baby. And we've got Eric Martin, courtesy of Bama Mike, because Bama Mike is awesome. He hooks us up all the time. These are videos we had on there. There are two of them. I'm running both of them together. There's Eric Martin. Gets his moped impounded. It doesn't get better than that. He first video is he gets his moped impounded. The second one is he toddles into a police station in the freezing cold after his moped's impounded and complains about it. It's top notch. It's so good. In fact, let's kick it off. We need a little where are we gonna go here? We need to start this off with a one fez salute of Mr. Eric Martin. Thank you for the entertainment, sir. Thank you. Not only do we get entertainment, we get his deep thoughts on the Constitution. This, you can't miss this. You can't miss this. It's just that good. Let's do it, shall we?
Why you ask me? I don't. What's the reason? I don't need to give a license for no reason.
The reason for the stop today is you can't operate a moped in the left lane, the through lane. You have to be in the curb lane at all times.
No, it's the right to travel.
The right to travel?
Means I don't have, that's not even a law, I'm pretty sure. If it is, it violates Constitution.
I mean, it's not in the code, but it should be. Just a grown man on a moped. That should be illegal right there. A grown man on a moped in Michigan in the cold. That should be another violation. Now, those truly are not in the code. But operating it in the left lane, that's it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you're on a bike. Doesn't matter if you're in a car. You can't do that. Period. End of statement. Except Eric Martin thinks he can.
The right to travel. That's just a nonsensical rule if it is. I've been doing it about 28 years.
Okay.
You said you can't travel in what? In the left lane?
In the fast lane, the left lane, the through lane, whatever you want to call it.
Well, I normally don't, but it's real bumpy over there, and that caused my moped tires to bust because it's so bumpy and shit. They only stay on the right side. Plus, I was going on the left anyways. Okay. But that's not.
Yeah, Eric, that's one of the many reasons why a grown man doesn't use a moped for transportation. You see how that works?
That doesn't make sense anyway. Think about what rule, what sense does that make?
It's a law, sir.
No,
you have your license on you? Okay, can I see your registration?
Right. Under threat and duress, I'm only doing it, but really don't consent to it. But
well, there's no threat, there's no duress. Just simple traffic stop. You provide your paperwork, we'll get you out of here. I promise.
Trying to think. You can see mopeds, motorcycles. You ain't saying the same thing for a motorcycle, is it?
No.
Why would they say moped? A moped can go, look, you have mopeds and go just as fast and go to the speed limit, so that's why it's nonsensical.
How fast does that go?
They don't go fast, they're like
about 30?
Yeah. It's only a 50 cc.
50 cc, so that's considered a moped, yeah.
That's 50 cc's, that's just pathetic. The usual joke is, mopeds are kind of fun. You just don't want your friends to see on one. Like I've driven a moped. I've been on a scooter. Yeah, it's okay. It's a good time, but you don't want to be seen doing it.
Sure. Do you have an ID card or anything with your name on it?
Yeah. But you should agree with me though. I mean, just because they might make a law and say, you gotta understand. See, a lot of state laws, even federal statutes, they violate the Constitution, they're invalid, therefore unlawful. Therefore, they're not supposed to be followed. Okay, so the Constitution says it's a right to travel, and all these little bullshit rules about this, that, they really violate the Constitution in a lot of ways because it's the right to travel. It doesn't matter what lane it is, it doesn't matter how fast I'm going, it doesn't matter all this specific bullshit. Just like they can come along and say, you can't wear that shirt because it's blue. And maybe because they have a religious belief, a Christian might not like it because they're a Christian. So a lot of laws are unconstitutional. And
no, I don't know. But it sounds like you have a an understanding of the law equal to Chile, which, well, is awful.
Some have been challenged and found to be so, and this is just one because think about it. What purpose does that serve? No purpose at all.
Well, I have a second violation for you. It's the red LED lights you have on while traveling on the roadway. And there is a purpose for that.
That's not a violation.
I've got a second prize for you. This is so fun.
It is a
Okay,
violation.
what's said to be the purpose on that?
The purpose of that is you cannot run red or blue lights while traveling down the road because you might be mistaken for an emergency vehicle.
Nah, so can that be mistaken for a cop car or emergency vehicle?
Do those shut off?
Yeah, I can shut it off.
You can? The lights?
Yeah, I can just click the light.
Okay. All right, just hang out by your bike. I'll be right with you, okay?
So you writing a ticket on this? You let me go, or what's the deal?
I'm going to check you out. If everything checks out, I'll let you go, okay?
All right.
All right, just...
And I'm gonna look to see this on the book. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't write a ticket, but if you don't still write the MCL on this, I'm gonna check it out in the law because I'm gonna challenge this in the courts, and I'm gonna get them. It's gonna be taken off the books.
Okay.
That's one thing I do. I've been doing law 28 years. I'm not official.
Oh, no.
But
Yep.
that's all we study and practice law. So I see bullshit laws like this, I'm gonna make them change this stupid shit because that's.
Wait, you practice law? Are you an attorney? I know you're not. You see, that's illegal there.
Let's say about they always make up some bullshit like you can't have an open container in that's something else I'm gonna change the law. You can't have an open container say you're drinking alcohol in public. That's another nonsense that violates our human rights to do what we want. As long as we're not harming no one, it's a human right to do what we want.
I totally understand.
Constitutional.
Mm-hmm. I totally understand.
I want to dumber down the ticket. I want to fight that.
Right also, but,
Just go away by your bike. I'll be here with you, okay?
Yeah.
Anyone up at 2?
5.
I'm going to stop in the parking lot at Walmart. Got a feisty one over here if you want to swing by.
No.
Is this your feisty one here?
Yeah. Yeah. Just wait. What's a good phone number for you, sir?
What's your name?
Officer Thibodeau.
How you spell it?
T-E-B-E-D-O. It's on the violation here for you. So there's
Is
that.
All right. Now what is this?
That's a violation for.
Let's spoke to me beforehand. Now listen. Now, it's like I said, I've been doing law 28 years.
Yep. That's what you said.
Do not need a license. Okay. The U.S. Supreme Court held this several cases. You only need a license to drive a motor vehicle.
Right.
Guess what the definition of driving a motor vehicle is, as they says?
What's that?
Word for word. Buck is one of the U.S. Supreme Court cases. It's only when you are carrying passengers or property for hire. That's it, for profit. Okay. So if I'm working for a DoorDash, I'm driving. I need a license for that. Or like you're doing. Well, no, you're not doing. But let's say work for Walmart or like I said, DoorDash, a taxi driver. That's only when you're driving, and that's only when you need a license. It's also a
So it says to him, I says llama.
federal statute, 18 U.S.C. Section 31. It says the same thing. I'm going to show you that. I have a picture of that on my phone. I took. I didn't put the papers in my phone. I have the papers just ready for a situation like this. Been going down to law library law school, and I copied this. So I'd have it ready. I just didn't put it in my glove department. I got it in my room, but I'm going to show you a picture. I got a picture of it though. And this is right out the law book. But you can look it up too. Also, Title 18, Section 31. Now, is there a supervisor here so I can talk to him about this, so I to try to resolve? You can get so you can.
There is a
do away
supervisor
with-
here. Yes, sir, there is.
Okay, good. I want to talk to him about this, about the driving thing. Like I said, it's the high. So the higher law overrides the state law. Does understand what the state law seems to assume you do need a license, and they don't make it clear what a motor vehicle is. See, this federal statute. I'm going to show you guys. I got so many pictures, so I can find it.
You are correct in saying you do not need a license to operate a moped.
Nope.
But
I do not have a copy of the law book, and you'd think an attorney for 30 years would pick one up, but no, I do not have a copy of the law book.
the problem is, once your license is suspended, you lose the privilege to operate a moped on roadway.
No. It's, like I said, it's a privilege to drive, right? But like I said, a motor vehicle is only defined under the statute. Oh, that's for the girls there. Dick pic. Anyway, okay, right here. See, this is actually, I'll drop my stuff. Now, who's the supervisor here? First,
Right
where is
here,
he at?
this is
Okay.
the sergeant,
Are
yeah.
you a sergeant? Okay. First, let me. I want you to get so you can see. Okay, now this is from the law book. Now, you don't see the 18 because it's on the side of the book, right? This is how the law books are made. The title 18, but you see, okay, section 31. Okay.
Where are you getting this from?
This is.
Not only do I not have a copy of the law book, I'm not kidding you when I say this. I've never heard of it before this day. I've never heard of the law book.
The federal statute, Title 18, United States Code, Section 31.
Federal statute?
Yeah. Title 18, United States Code, that's the name of the book.
What about Michigan compiled
sec-
law?
But okay, under Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution, federal law, along with U.S. Supreme Court case law, overrides state law. See, the state law, that's the problem. The state law, which I want to change this in Michigan, because basically it's unconstitutional, because the state law doesn't conform with this federal statute. It doesn't conform with U.S. Supreme Court case law. So therefore, it's unconstitutional. Therefore, you guys are supposed to ignore it, which you guys...
He's blown the lid off it. You do not, the state of Michigan is lawless. You can do whatever you want. I just got back from the state of Michigan. You can do whatever you want in that state. It's okay because all their laws are unconstitutional.
You guys are under duty. You got to remember, you guys took oaths to uphold the Constitution, so you're supposed to ignore this state law that doesn't conform with this higher law. Because Article 6 is the supremacy clause.
So here's what I suggest to you.
Let me show this. What? Go ahead. What?
I mean,
Let me show you this.
Whatever happened right now is happening. Okay. So
Well,
this-
you have the duty though. Remember,
So-
you guys took uphold the Constitution.
You have your interpretation of the law, which you can argue in court.
My
at this point.
interpretation only.
Right. But you have to go to court now and contest that if you feel that you
Right.
feel
Well,
the case.
let me get to this because I'm gonna record you as I'm saying this to you. You know what I mean? Because
Sure.
let me show you this first. Okay, 31. Okay.
I mean, let's just take a moment to think. He always looks ridiculous, but this outfit, okay, he's got a camouflage winter coat on with a scarf around his face, a hat and a hood over that, which frankly in the winter in Michigan you need. If you're going to try to drive a moped in the winter in Michigan. Most people don't, because most people are sane.
Subsection 6 and 10. Okay, motor vehicle. You guys come take a look. Where's the other guy at? Well, just tell him I showed you if he ain't looking. Okay, motor vehicle. Yeah, it's cold as hell, but it's hard to do it as I'm doing this. But I know I think I can handle them. Okay, the term. Come take a look here so you can see. The term motor vehicle means every description of carriage or other contrivance propelled or drawn by mechanical power and, not over, and used for commercial purposes. Okay, you gotta go next page. Next, commercial purposes means for profit, like I said. Now remember, you guys doing all this, you guys are violating your oath of office. You're liable criminally and civil. I'm letting you know this.
This is why you can
No.
contest it in court if you like.
Yeah, I'm gonna contest in court, but you guys.
Oh yeah, they're taking his moped while he prattles on. That's the only reason they're pretending to listen.
Are still in violation. Now, used for commercial purposes, right here, means the carriage of persons or property for any fare, fee, rate, charge, or other consideration, or direct or indirect
It's
connection to any
going.
business. You see it? For profit.
So
So that's only a motor vehicle. So the state law is supposed to say the same thing. It doesn't. It's in violation
You're referencing. I don't even know what you're referencing.
That's a federal statute.
That also defines a commercial motor vehicle.
Hold on, hold on.
This gets to load right here. Bye-bye, Moped.
You have to unlock your
Bye-bye.
steering.
Yeah. I didn't have lock. I usually have the lock. All right.
Do tell us
You
how
want the key
the
to go
laws
with
in
him?
the
You
state
want
of
the
Michigan
key?
don't apply to anything. Go ahead.
Why would he need the key though? I don't think you need it for nothing, right?
Why would you need it?
Well, I still need it.
All right,
It's my part. You guys in violation of due process.
Don't lose it when you go pick it up, okay?
No, but
All right, I'm gonna have you step back a couple feet so we can get this thing
you guys,
loaded up,
you guys
okay?
will pay out your paychecks getting this. Oh, let me take my lock here. I need this other.
Okay, great. That law theory is fantastic. Could you stand over there while we load your moped up?
Shit. I bet you guys took hold the Constitution, violating my 14th Amendment right to enjoy my personal property. You're liable. You're violating your oath of office. You guys took the oath of hold. You will be held liable, criminally and civilly. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you, you can remember this. I've been doing lawsuits 20 years. Ain't no problem. We filed lawsuits. Be careful with it. There's a lot of plastic these things. Not made strong steel like they should. And I will have a court order. Now, let me get your name again. You're the sergeant. Right. Now, like I said again, 18 U.S.C. Section 31, which I showed you. The definition of motor vehicle is only when it's being used for profit, and it's not being used for profit. Like I said, the U.S. Supreme Court says the same thing. And like I said, you guys violate your oath of office, and you will be held liable.
All right, you got a court date on there, sir. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but
I'm not obligated to even show up to court day. I'm gonna do it anyways, but you know.
it's January 10th at 1 o'clock, okay?
And also the ID I gave you when I said under threat and arrest. What if I didn't give you my ID? What would have happened?
You have a court date on there, okay?
I'm just saying, what if the only reason I did is that violated my Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. I'm going to let you know that too, so you shouldn't even ask for it.
All right. Well, we're not going to hold court here in the middle of the Walmart parking lot. That's what the courthouse is for. So.
Yeah. But
all right, sir. You're free to go.
well, all right. Well,
Is he related to Christopher Grove?
Nope. I'm sorry. Department policy.
department policy.
Yes,
Who
sir.
made that up?
Our department.
Well, it's violating a right because it's unnecessary. Therefore, it violates due process. You guys, as government officials, are obligated to be fair. Okay? So it's not fair to do something that's unnecessary and depriving my property. It's not fair in that sense. It's violating due process.
Anytime.
Yes. Yes. It's not fair. Always a winner.
Also, it's violating my right against sovereignty because I'm not subject to all these state law rules anyways.
Anytime somebody's driving with a suspended license, the vehicle gets towed every time.
Yeah, well, I'm going to change it, like I said, because there's going to be some changes.
Okay. All right, sir.
You're going to be held liable, like I said, but I'm pointing these legal arguments out, like I said. Is your camera on too?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. Like I said, U.S. Supreme Court already said the people are sovereign. And part of sovereign means the right to a Republican form of government under Article 4, Section 4. That means I have the right not to be subject to this military dictator government. That's all it is. All this state law bullshit, all this nitpicking, harassment, that's all it is. You didn't do this, you didn't do that, you didn't do this lane. It's all harassment, that's all it is. And I'm not subject to it. That's the law. The higher law that you're obligated to follow. Republican form of government.
Right.
If I'm not harming a human, I'm not subject to all this little bullshit. And that's the law. But you still don't want to follow it or what?
All right, sir. Have a good one.
Dispatch has been updated.
Dispatch received.
All right. And here we go.
ticket they wrote me today for exercising my right to travel. Get your name here. New stud.
Yep.
All right, I'm exercising my right to travel in the moped, which I have a right to do. The U.S. Supreme Court said I have a right to do. Several cases, as all the people do. As we only need a license, first of all, if we are carrying passengers or property for hire.
Okay.
Okay? Making money for profit, like a taxi driver, DoorDash. U.S. Supreme Court said this. Buck is one of the cases. There's many more.
Okay.
I'll list them all now, but and 18 U.S.C. Section 31, which is a federal statute made by Congress,
Okay.
defines a motor vehicle as one only being used for profit, carrying passengers or property for hire.
Okay.
Okay, that's only the term definition of a motor vehicle. That's what, as all we know, it's assumed we all need a motor vehicle to drive a motor vehicle, which is true, but that's, like I said, that's only when it's a motor vehicle when it's being used. Now the state law, I understand, don't say that. I know, I already looked at the state law.
Okay.
I've been doing law, studying and practice for 28 years.
All right, sir.
So I know how to understand law, argue against it when it's unconstitutional. So that's what's going on in this type of
Which is number one, wrong.
situation.
Okay.
State law is not conforming with this federal statute because it doesn't define a motor vehicle as only being used for profit.
Okay.
So since the state law does not say that, you guys are not under an obligation. All police officers are supposed to ignore it as when someone's traveling, not doing it for profit. You're supposed to ignore that the state law don't point it out. Okay? Because why? Well, you guys took oath of the whole Constitution. Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution, the Supremacy Clause, makes it clear that federal statutes, the laws of the United States, that means federal statutes, the laws of the United States, and U.S. Supreme Court case law is supreme over state law.
Okay.
So this is why what I'm saying is true.
All right.
So we're supposed to abide by the higher law here, not the lower law that's in violation and not in compliance with this. As, like I said, if you're not doing it for profit, I'm not driving, therefore I can't be written a ticket legally, lawfully, legitly. Okay, as to that issue. The next issue about, now they wrote me a ticket for, we'll get to the name soon next, so I'm sure you probably already know if not. But as to riding in the lane, he said the left lane instead of the lane being all the way on the right.
Okay.
Okay, now I didn't look on the state law on that, but assuming it's true, there is a state law saying that. That's another law that's unlawful,
Okay.
in violation of,
What's your name, sir?
well,
I'm Lieutenant Newstead. Do you want me to call you sir? Do you call you by your last name?
I'm a living man. First, I want to make that clear because I'm a living man. You can't call me, Eric, you know?
Eric?
Yeah.
All right, Eric.
But I'm not this. I'm going to say this one thing about these names.
I'm a living man. You can call me, I don't know, just to pull something at random. How about Eric?
Just like when they ask me, they say they shouldn't even ask for my name and ID because that's
Okay.
really
I'll call you what-
right of self-incrimination right there.
I'll call you whatever you want.
Right.
How about I just call you sir?
Or living man. Right.
Living man?
Right.
All right, living man.
But,
Did my officer give you a court date on your violation?
I didn't look at the paperwork. I'm sure. Let me see. I'm sure he did.
Because
It looked like it.
the best way to contest this and make your argument is in court, okay? Not here at the PD.
Well,
I can point out the court date to you and then let you.
well, it shouldn't be a court. That's what I'm saying because my
Well,
rights
then-
is being one violated here.
Okay, then. But to
It should
contest.
be this thing should be getting rid of. I should be giving my moped back. All this
The
violating.
court
my
is the
rights.
one that can void that ticket. All right, if you
know
can
that,
contest
but-
it, I would set up a court date. I believe your court date's on there. Let me see.
Yeah, I didn't even look at it yet because I'll walk right over. I just have right now. I'm walking over right
Okay.
now to make this complaint.
All right. Court. It says 1300. That's
At
one.
this court here, I've never been in.
That's
here
1
before.
p.m. Yep. It's if you go out this way to the walkway, it's the door's right next door. Okay. They're the ones that you can contest and cite all your statutes and laws with, and they'll be the one to determine whether or not what's going to happen next. Okay. The only thing I can help you out here was that if you had a complaint against the officer, I can give you a citizen complaint form, and we can squash it here.
I do.
It's up to
That's
you.
what I'm here for because this is criminal harassment on their part.
Okay. So would you like a
It's
citizen?
also perjury on the part. See, this is here. This is a guy's best to just dismiss this, give me my stuff back. So
Well, I don't have
because-
the ability, Eric, the living man, to dismiss that right here on the spot. Okay.
Sure you do.
That's
You're
over
the
at the court.
supervisor. You're supposed to be supervising their misconduct. They are in misconduct right now.
Okay.
I'm not the one in misconduct.
Sorry, living man. That's beyond my pay grade.
So
The state law.
would you like
is
a citizen
unlawful under
complaint
higher
form?
law, so it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be no. You know what I mean? You're supposed to tell them,
Okay.
do away with this ticket because it's unlawful under higher law, like I said.
Let me get you a citizen complaint form, okay?
Yeah.
You can complete that form and bring it back at your earliest convenience, and then we'll get it to our administration, okay?
They might do it now. I don't think about it, but okay. Now where's the court date on here?
All right, so you see right there in the
20th District Court.
see it up, go up right from there. See the remarks right there where your left thumb was at. Go down, right there.
This ain't the court date.
Yep. See where it says it right there? Let me see. So look at your remarks there. Go up. You were just on it.
That's fine. All this fine print stuff.
Yep. Read that remarks right there. You see where the second line it says court date?
SovCit, you're gonna have a welfare check.
Right there. And it will get sent back to our
If
administration.
I got to, like I said, I'm going to do all this, but hold on. I might turn this in because this ain't really a long thing to just.
Well, that's the way our citizen complaint form procedure is, okay?
Maybe I'll fill it out at home and do it.
That's fine. You can take it back because I mean, there's a decent amount of stuff for you to write in there. So, take all the time you need and bring it back. All right. And then, like I said, they'll review it and then they'll reach out to you. You have to provide your information. So.
All right. But anyways, like I said, it shouldn't have to. You should nip it at the bud now because all this is violating my right, which you had the duty to do. Now, if you don't do it, now you're going to be liable.
Okay.
And this is stupid in you guys. You guys took oath to uphold the Constitution, so it's also perjury in your guys' part.
All right.
You violate my constitutional rights, it is perjury. That's a 15-year max in prison. So you should be taking this more serious because if I take it
Seriously, dummy, but I admit he really has this he really has this cop shaken. He doesn't know what to do next. He's obviously scared. He can't predict Eric's next move. His job is on the line now.
deprive me of my property, my private property, which I do not need a license for. I don't need registration, none of that shit. The U.S. Supreme Court already said this. You don't. Think of it, it's common sense. You don't need a license for your private property because it's a right. It's a privilege. What you need. That's what the only thing you need licenses for is privileges. It's not a company vehicle. That's a privilege and license
gotcha.
and all that. So this, I'm saying, the state law is in violation. It has to be ignored. It's going to be eventually, but that's why I'm going to change the state law that these dumbass legislators made or didn't make totally clear on it. Because see, they should have put it in this state law, the MCL, where a motor vehicle is only one being used for profit. But because they didn't do it,
Like I said,
but still, that don't mean you guys don't have the okay to ignore what I'm saying because I'm going to show you on my phone. Just watch. I'm going to show you.
What's fun is this guy is operating on the exact same playbook as the cop who arrested him is. They just say okay and nod their head to everything he says, no matter what. They don't take any of it seriously because you shouldn't. But I mean, those two haven't even talked to each other. They have not even talked to each other, and they're just doing the same exact routine. It's fun.
This 18 U.S.C. 31.
You show the court that, okay?
I am, but I'm going to show you too. But see, it's right here. Look, this is. Okay, we're going to start on the first page. See, I've been going to law school and copying this, right?
What law school you go to?
Been going to law school to look this up because I've looked on YouTube guys and pointing this out. I've been studying the books 20 years. But
Okay.
This is something I learned actually on YouTube, and let me see if this is legit because
Excuse me.
a person can say anything on YouTube.
He probably has a trifold. I think that's it.
I go to any law school, and I looked in the law books myself, and this is from the law book myself. You can see, I copied the law books myself. So this is Title 18 USC, stands for United States Code, Section 31. Now you don't see the 18 because it's on the side of the books,
Yep.
This way they are. It's like identification code. You see 31 right there now. It's real short, ain't a long thing. Subsection, you see it says motor vehicles there, right?
Mhm.
Now this is made by Congress.
Received.
31, subsection, okay, that's the only aircraft's not relevant. See, subsection 6. Motor vehicle. The term motor vehicle means every description of carriage or other contrivance propelled or drawn by mechanical power and, remember, not an or, and, used for commercial purposes. Okay, now we're going to the next page. They're going to define what commercial purpose is. It means basically for profit, like I was telling you. When you're doing it like a taxi driver, you're working for Walmart as a trailer driver, whatever, you know what I mean? You're carrying their property for hire. You're getting paid for it. Okay. This is the rest of 6. The highways and the transportation of passengers, of property, or cargo. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, right to subsection tech. Now, here's the definition of use for commercial purposes. Used for commercial purposes. The term used for commercial purposes means the carriage of persons or property for any fare, fee, rate, charge, or other consideration, or directly or indirectly in connection with any business or other undertaking intended for profit. Bottom line for profit. That's it. You can see this out of the law book. See the way
So it's of your belief that.
Huh?
So I'm just trying to understand you. It's your belief that every private citizen that's driving their personal vehicle up and down the roadways and on the roadways doesn't need a license to drive?
Well, first, remember, why are you're miscategorizing this
No,
as belief? I just showed this is law.
Okay,
This
but I'm
ain't my
saying
belief.
that's your belief.
This is the
that's-
law. This ain't my belief.
We'll say your interpretation of it.
This ain't something that's not clear. This is clear. You see, I just showed you.
All right. Like I said,
But
I think
I'm
it's best.
saying
I think
everyone
it's.
out here, yes, that's not carrying passengers or property for hire. They are not driving
Looks like
a
he's
motor
closer
vehicle
than you.
technically by the law.
Well, that's
And
not
therefore
correct.
They don't, so most of us don't need license, and most of us don't know this because see, this is what you call the scumbag legislators, which are lawyers. They do this shit intentionally, so most people don't know this other higher law. Like I just showed this in U.S. Supreme Court case law that says the same thing
Well,
that you just read. So people are just getting licensed so they're not being harassed. Like just understand,
I would
who wants
look.
to be
I would go
harassed
for
and
you. I'd get more familiar with like the Michigan, like you said, MCL.
I already know what it is.
So there you go.
This, but the MCL is under. This is Michigan state law. This is federal law, U.S. Supreme Court law. This overrides all that under Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution.
That would be your argument in court, okay? Maybe hire. You can represent yourself or
I
get an
represent
attorney.
myself. I don't hire lawyers. I don't need to waste my money.
Okay. Well, do you need anything else from me, sir, or do you need anything else?
Well, let me show. Now, do you know what Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution says?
No, if you want to tell me.
Yeah. It's the Supremacy Clause. I think I got that copy here. If not, let me pull it up and I'll just show it to you. You can prove it. You can read this yourself on a computer. I want you to look at 18 U.S.C. 31. I just showed you.
Yep.
So this ain't something I typed up or whatever, It's actual law. And also, okay, Article 7, I'm trying to get the text for you. But just to prove what I said about federal law overrides the state law, that's what Article 6 basically says. It's called the Supremacy Clause for short. Article 6, I'm going to try to get it for you right here. Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution says that, okay, you see I'm putting it in Google, Article 6.
I can Google it. I'll Google it in a little bit.
But you want to get the actual text of not just
I get
someone's, people can change it by their interpretation. See, that's why I said this ain't
I
my
won't trust me.
interpretation.
I won't look on Wikipedia, okay?
Right. But it basically says federal law, it says the laws of the United States. That's the exact words it used. Okay, here it is right here. Here's word for word. Here's the text, actual text. I know because, like I said, I went down to law school and copied it. This is actual. Oh, where's all the bullshit popping up? See, it was just there.
It's all the ads.
Damn ads and shit. Okay, there it is right there. Article 6. These fucking bitches. Well, let me try to. It just, see, the text was popped up and then that other bullshit popped up. Okay, here we go. Okay, right here. Article 6, you have the Constitution, right, of the United States. Which, remember, is the supreme law of the land, as you know. So that's what we got to keep it. You guys are supposed to be teaching all your police officers. That's supposed to be kept in mind first and foremost. Is the U.S. Constitution. That's what's supreme.
You got one
So
roommate.
state law, for example, says, hey, you can't wear a blue shirt.
No weapons.
You don't just go ticket someone. You got to think,
That's
does that
not-
violate the Constitution?
that's not a law.
Yes, because it's a right to life or liberty under liberty means freedom. That's a freedom. We have to wear whatever color we want.
There's
So
no law
therefore-
about what color shirt you can and cannot wear.
Huh?
There's no law about
I
that.
just said as an example.
Okay.
An example. This is the same situation though. The state law is seeming to assume you need a license to travel.
This is the same situation as my non-existent example. No, it's not, and it doesn't exist. but please carry on.
Which is what I'm really doing, is traveling by right, not
All right.
driving.
I'm going to look up Article 6. I'll read up on
Let me
it.
go over here. I'm just right here with the relevant part.
And I
here.
wish you the best of luck in your court date.
All right, well, thanks. I really don't need it, though, because it's laws backing me up, all right?
Okay. Then
Look, it
you'll
helps
be all
too,
good.
because sometimes the judges ain't always corrupt. I'm
So
eventually going to win because the law is on my side, of the higher law.
Okay.
The lower law doesn't mean nothing because it's lower, it's non-compliance, and
Well,
all.
so your argument would be with, like, at the federal level.
No, actually, I just filed a federal lawsuit because I got a ticket the same type of shit.
Okay.
And I just filed suit on the judge and the prosecutor because they should have been dismissed it.
Like
Trust me,
Chili
I got
and
some
Magoo
answers.
and all of
All
you.
right.
Okay, here we go right here. Okay, the judges are up under the. Oh, where does it say? Here it is right here. This Constitution and the laws of the United States. Okay, laws of the United States is federal statute. In case you didn't know, because you might not be able to study law like as long as I did. Which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made, or which.
I'm not going to sit here and read it word for word with you.
It's just one paragraph.
Why don't you
Look,
just
one paragraph.
just paraphrase it for me?
It's right here, look, right here.
Don't read it word for word. I want you to paraphrase it for me.
No, then I can go into interpretation. Okay. And
Oh, really? Interpretation. That's how we interpret things, right?
Well, we're reading word for word.
If you've studied it for 28 years, I think you'd be able to paraphrase it for me.
You're saying just take. I'm getting right to the relevant section.
Give me the cliff
Oh, this cop is in hard troll mode now. It's fun.
notes on it.
Right here, look. Which shall be made under the authority of the United States. Shall be, this right here, the supreme law of the land.
Okay.
And the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. And anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary, notwithstanding.
Yeah, I'll have to verify that.
So right there,
I'll
see,
do
it's
my own
supreme.
research.
The Constitution is supreme.
Okay.
The laws of the United States is supreme. So the federal statute shown is supreme over the state law.
Okay.
That state law that's not compliant with this is supposed to be ignored. That's why you're supposed to say, look, you're supposed to get rid of this ticket, order my moped back to me.
The court.
There's supposed to be no court.
The court can do that for you, sir. Like you have to go to your court date.
It's
All right.
because, like I said, because now you're in violation, they're in violation, you're all in violation of the Constitution, making yourself liable. That's just dumb.
Okay.
But all right, is there anyone higher here than you now?
Not right now,
that I
no.
can talk to about this because I'm always going to the top of the level
So,
unless I get my release.
On midnights, it's either the sergeant or lieutenant working, and then day shift, normal business hours, our chief or director is here.
Right.
And they're usually here between the hours of 8 and 4 p.m.
Okay, what's the chief's? Let me get his phone number and name.
His name is Chief Mark Midlars.
Well, let me get it wrote down for me. Because, you know.
Written,
If we're gonna
dummy.
talk about
Written.
Something you guys gotta start to practice in general.
Yep. And he can just call that
The
number.
person not even supposed to be pulled over for this driving thing unless they know a person's a taxi driver and has evidence that a person's actually driving, which is for profit, which you
Okay.
guys are like never gonna have.
All right,
You're not
yep.
even supposed to be pulled over.
So we can't pull over anybody, but here's
Unless you have evidence
here's
of
the
their
phone
driving.
number. Here's the
No,
phone
not-
number right here, and
Yeah.
his name is Chief Midlars.
Because it violates the Fourth Amendment against unreasonable searches and seizures.
Well, if that's what you feel, then that's what you feel.
But
But
I know for turning the law 28 years.
yep.
As I just showed you, unless it's for profit, you're
Yep.
not driving.
You're absolutely right. So,
Unless they have evidence that you're not, they're not supposed to be stopped before. So
Living Man or Eric, however you want it to be.
Eric's fine, as long as you can see the problem with saying Eric is because this is the thing. See, it's assumed.
Is that your government name?
Exactly, I'm a legal fiction corporate entity, which I'm not. See, that's why.
Who gave you that
I like
name?
answering the name.
Did the government give you that name or your
Yeah,
parents?
you know, it's,
Is that your government name? And then he pretends surprised when he says yes. This is top notch. All of it. Bama Mike is the best.
the birth certificate was created. The name was put in all capital letter name. That's only legal. That's a legal fiction corporate entity.
Okay.
That's the only thing that can be written a ticket. I, as a living man. So this ticket really ain't even on me as a living man. Don't even know it.
Does your ID say Living Man?
No.
What does it say?
I'm gonna get one of those in the future.
Okay.
It just says
Well, make sure you get the right name on there so people can issue the right things and call you the right name.
Well, I will in the future, but I'm not advanced yet on this area. But all I know, the basic, what I need to know is you don't have the right to be fraudulently making seem I'm a corporate entity anyway, see?
Okay. Have a good day, living man.
Yeah.
What does it say on that other card there?
No, this is the regular ID, but...
Oh, okay.
But see, that letter name ain't really...
That's not your real name?
Well, it's what I've been referred to all my life, which I'm just saying.
you.
It's technically under the law. Like I said, this is what you call legalese.
I don't know about your whole life. I've been referring to you as Big Dummy for quite a while now, and I haven't heard it mentioned yet.
These scumbag lawyers...
Oh,
I think
yeah.
all lawyers are scumbags, but these certain ones, they did this, they created legalese, where certain things, these words can't just be taken for granted. What we think they mean in common usage, don't. Like we think a motor vehicle, see how I just showed you, proved you wrong? A motor vehicle under common usage, the common people think, oh, it just means it has a motor in it.
You got it, Eric. You got it. Big Dummy. You've got us. We created legalese to crush big dummies like you. It's been working really well. It's been working for like 1,000 years now. And it's going to continue to work.
It takes your place. It's a motor vehicle. No, it's not. As you just seen, I showed you. Legalese, they put another definition on that, see? So average person don't know. Why? So these scumbags in the DMV making millions and billions of dollars off people getting licenses and registrations and paying for insurance don't even know they don't even need to do that unless they're carrying passenger property for hire.
So you're saying I could go, I don't have to register my motor vehicle, I don't have to have a license or anything?
Well, remember, it's not a motor vehicle unless it's being used for, if you're not using your car for profit, which would then be called, the U.S. Supreme Court, it's then supposed
Well, what is it called then?
Okay, wait, though. If you're going to do that, are you going to go with Cedar Point Crazy or...
Oh, okay.
So if you're not carrying...
Are you going to stick with Moped Penguin? 'Cause, I mean, there are different outfits available for Eric Martin for Halloween.
Property for hire, no. You're not. You're in an automobile.
Okay.
And as the U.S. Supreme Court said themselves, and I will have this ready for the court, the case law, word for word. As
I say, make sure you have it all cited properly so you
no
can.
doubt, and I will have it highlighted.
There you go.
The U.S. Supreme Court said just like this will be highlighted.
Yep.
A motor vehicle is only being used for profit. So yes, then you don't need. No one, neither does none of the other people. You don't need licenses, registration, or insurance. The state law that's assuming we do is because it's what I'm saying.
All right. Just make sure it doesn't contradict state law and everything because.
No, it does. It contradicts state law, but the state law is in violation.
Okay.
So the state law is the higher law has to be followed. Like I said, remember Article 6. That's the Supreme.
Okay.
The state law, like I said, can say you need a license to wear a blue shirt. Well, your constitutional right, due process, the right to liberty says, no, I don't. So what has to be followed? You guys are in obligation to follow.
I wish you the best of luck, Eric.
It's
All right.
F the state law. That's in violation. We have to ignore that because it's in violation. Simple as that.
I wish you the best of luck, all right?
Yeah. All right, well, let me get this.
No, I don't understand. I want him to explain it again.
Have a good night and have a happy new year, okay?
Yeah, well, it looks like I ain't going to do that. I'm in the private of my property, but
Okay.
besides that, yeah.
Oh, that was so much fun. Of course, we get that after the fact because Bama Mike actually does work and requests these body cams, and then he actually researches the situation and offers information, and he does something that he calls editing. I call cheating, and cuts the clips down so that they're entertaining. But of course, we already got the court. The court, you know, he went to jury trial on this and lost. I'm pretty certain it's on my Eric Martin playlist. I can't remember because all these knuckleheads file a federal lawsuit, but they all get dismissed and thrown out. I'm sure if he did, I don't even know if he's telling the truth, but if he did file a federal lawsuit, I'm sure it's dismissed and thrown out. And that's where we are. But good stuff. Go over and give Bama Mike some love. He not only, sometimes I suggest him because they're in court, and I'll say Bama Mike, can you get the body cam on this? That would be awesome. And he just did on this and on who? Magoo. Freaking Magoo. We got there he is. There's the man. He got I wanted it so bad, and it was fantastic. I have a video, and obviously video on his channel. Links to these two videos in the description below. But he got Magoo hitting the immobile mobile sign. And it was fantastic. It was fantastic, except it blew up my theory that Magoo went for a beer from the hospital in a hospital gown. No, he had plain clothes on. But those are great. And then he gets a bunch of other SovCits that are either in courts that I don't know or have never seen. Cop impersonators and whatnot. He gets a bunch of good stuff over there, and he gets them fresh. And then you have all these whiners saying, "Oh, this is old." And it's like, no, it's not old. The incident's old, but the video's new. So cram it. This is old, people. There's a process to this stuff. There's a process. A lot of times they won't release the video until after the trial. I mean, it depends on the department and the situation and everything else. Sometimes they won't release it at all. Sometimes they don't care and they'll throw it at you. Sometimes they redact it. Whatever. But you're not getting the body cam video the next day unless you're in the department. Good stuff. Thank you, Bama Mike. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. That was a lot of fun. I just flew with the flamboyance. I needed some comic relief after that. Although that was comic relief, I have to be honest. That was pretty funny too. All right, thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. I will see you all soon.